There's a pinky in the brain choke in there somewhere. But I don't know why I always cut a multiplayer. I am a little nervous. Because we got 71 hours. 71 hours, and we're towards the end here. Try and get these dice. I wonder how many hours I've spent playing this game. I think I've got to be around 600 at this point. I just have to be. It's always weird having to look up all the time. But we got the brain twice. We got 3 of the inspirations. We just gotta walk over here. I think it's just a lot of talking, and then we do that one fight. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can sneak in the back entrance somehow. Like, you go through, like, the sewers instead. So I'm gonna look for that. But I'm not exactly sure where that is. And then Dara's probably gonna get mad at me. Oh, I lost everything. Look. Look, everything's gone. That's annoying. So we lost our aid.
Our enemies
Dara has aid, so we'll at least get 20 HP again. But we lost the fucking Heroes Feast. We lost our potions.
Time to press
Some bullshit game. Does it give us a long rest? I guess we didn't. Only. I guess Mindara got her spell slots back. Why give another long rest here? It fucks things up.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you.
I love how it's
you
me.
can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it.
I don't even know what I'm
To
gonna do.
defeat it, you would have to think like an Anithian. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
Assimilate him. Skva! No! Now is the time to liberate him.
Babe,
Do not
I know.
stand against me.
Babe, first of all, shut up, okay? I don't even know why you think I would even think about it. There we go, that's better.
You still don't trust me. After all we've been through. Remember, I have been your salvation from the very beginning. Your knight in shining armor. I freed you from the Nautiloid. Prevented you from crashing to your death.
Well, now you feel pretty silly, don't you?
I have protected you ever since. At no small cost to myself.
Now
I
it feels
came
pretty
to you
silly.
as a leader, but I did not shy away from showing you vulnerability. I needed you as much as you needed me. I was not above recognizing this. When you discovered my true identity, I did not flinch from the truth. I never lied to you, not once. I am just like you. We have the same enemy, the same story. I encouraged you to fulfill your potential, all while protecting you from harm. Now I ask you for the last time to trust me. Release the Netherstones to me.
Do not forget, there's a card yet to come into play. The Orb. If we do not want to surrender the stones, we can still use it to ensure the brain's destruction. Along with my own, of course.
This is a risk we cannot take. Your hubris drives you even now. You failed before. I cannot trust that you will not fail again. You must trust me. Hand me the stones.
Absolutely not.
I told you we have to trust one another. I told you the Githyanki would only want to kill you for what you are. Still, you choose to break our alliance.
No,
Even united,
you're breaking it.
the
He's
Netherbrain was
breaking
going
it.
to be an impossible enemy.
We could still work
But
together.
apart, we have no chance of survival. Very well. Since you will not work with me, you work against me. You leave me no option but to join the Netherbrain.
We can free Orpheus.
I doubt we'll get much in the way of gratitude. Only one way to find out.
The gate is gone. Our mission is set. Smash the crystals with the hammer and free the Prince of the Comet. Gith's beloved son will lead us to a sure victory against...
Reporting.
Please
Oh,
don't do
enough
it.
waiting. I crave blood.
I've heard people forgetting that to bring that to this part. Oh, I could only imagine how much that
To
would hurt.
battle.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Why is it called the Orphic Hammer?
As the Githyanki prince takes his blade, a silent cry pierces your head. It's unlike any sensation you've ever felt.
You reek of Illithid. You stole an unborn hatchling from my people.
Glazel has it.
You slaughtered my honor guard. Nonetheless, it seems we must be allies.
Your Majesty, the Prince of the Comet, Gith's true heir. It is an honor.
Do not patronize me. You rejected the Illithid when it no longer suited your needs. No doubt you freed me because it suits you now. I will neither forgive nor forget your abuse of my powers. That is false.
Is it?
You had the opportunity to surrender yourself to my honor guard. They would have given you a noble end.
It sounds terrible.
Any worthy individual destined to become Geik would have done so. My guard would have freed me, and I would have stopped the Elder Brain before it evolved into a Nether Brain. All that suffering, avoidable, were it not for the choices you made. Yes, I do. The Geik was correct about one thing. The Netherbrain's power is beyond us. The hardest metal in the world would not cut through its mind, for it is made of thought itself. At this point, it will take an Illithid to unleash the full potential of the Netherstones. Just as I was free, I will do it.
Sorry.
I
I don't want to do it.
Illithid. I will sacrifice my soul for my people. I will end the grand design.
My prince, you cannot. This is not your burden to bear.
Netherbrain will be only too pleased.
How does he turn into one? That's what I
My
don't
prince,
understand.
no!
Does he have one
Even
in his
my
head?
darkest hours, I knew it was my destiny to save my people. I could never have imagined this would be the way. Give Tavkim crushed.
Ow.
All to wield these. Let us seek out the Netherbrain and finish this. Once the grand design is ended, kill me. It is the very least you can do.
You got it. I wonder what happens if I do become a mind flayer, and then
It's time for us to meet our fates and end this illithid nightmare.
so if you do become a mind flayer and then you die and you have them kill you, what happens at the party? I guess I can go check on my sorcerer playthrough. Try and use as little spells as possible.
Need to find a way through.
Try to avoid the worst of the mess.
Oh, my cells
Bow
encumbered.
ahead and enjoy the fireworks.
Istark! Chris! You held the future of the people in your hands! How dare you take our prince from us! How dare you parade around this abomination!
Silence your blasphemous tongue, Voss.
Voss, give Tavkim crush.
What?
Stand down. The true heir has spoken.
No. It can't be.
What happened to his ear?
Orpheus. My prince. What's become of you?
The grand design must be ended. A sacrifice had to be made.
The duty fell to me. I am not long for this world, or any other.
What of Vlaakith? What of our liberty?
You underestimate your own people. Their imaginations have kept the name Orpheus alive for millennia. Bring them my message. Tell them my fate. Some will doubt. Some will mock. But some will listen. And the spark will be lit.
Anyway, anywho.
Find your nerve, my friend. Today, we strike at the brain. This champion holds the key to the Grand Design's end. Answer to him as you would to me.
Your Majesty.
I have spoken.
As you wish. I stand at the ready.
Your friendship, your constancy. When I fell to despair, they elated me. Thank you, my friend.
Why does it keep zooming in on Lae'zel?
Shavazai.
Shavazai.
Now, to the Netherbrain. Let it be the first victim in the war for the skies.
without delay. Its will be done.
Never a dull moment.
I have to pee
Gods
again.
watching me. Anything of use?
It's craziness.
What's inside?
Nothing good. Nothing good.
We have lost much already, and we will lose more before the day is out. But even when the last soul falls, Baldur's Gate will stand. For Baldur's Gate is more than just a city. It is more than a place of opportunity
Random
for
flaming
those
fist.
of mercantile spirit. More than a place of refuge for those who are lost. More than a home for friends, loved ones, and adventuring souls. Baldur's Gate is a place where anyone can find what they need, if they're just willing to fight for it. Today, Baldur's Gate needs us. Today, we fight for... You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
It's a weird way to say hi.
The champion we've been waiting for. The one who will save Baldur's Gate from ruin.
The fist examines your illithid ally with suspicion. He was not expecting the savior of Baldur's Gate to be accompanied by a mind flare.
Appearances may change, but they do not mask the one within. This one, I know.
What does that even mean, Withers?
Observe with whom it traveleth. Friends. This mind flare will fight with thee. It will save thy city and thy lives.
The fist eyes your illithid ally with suspicion, softening to curiosity. His hostility melting at the recognition that there's more behind those eyes than malice.
My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
You helped me once. I figured it's time I paid you back. With magic.
I'm better at crafting steel than wielding it. Your friend here is armored and potion-fueled and ready for battle.
Can you guys let me buff again, please? Those buffs I lost were great.
I have marshaled the best the Flaming Fist has to offer. We will fight to the last.
You've unexpected friends. But my debt to you still stands. The Iron Hand Gnome's firepower is yours to command. Just show us where it's needed.
The Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in dark times. Today, it is mine to wield.
And I hold her sword.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again.
I made some improvements to Ramesses' arcane artillery. Give the word and the sky falls on any who stand in your way.
I'm in the mood to crack some skulls after that fuckery in the Temple of Baal. The City Watch will be glad to oblige me.
Not sure what I have to offer a mind flare, if I'm honest. But I hope my words of encouragement and reassurance will strengthen your resolve.
Thanks, Volo.
The journey has been brutal, but I stand here a Hell Rider once more. And I would die a proud man if I died this day.
I want my city back. And I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done.
My people have never hunted a monster this large. They are eager to join the fray.
All the strength of the lands we healed flows through me, and from me to you. And whatever company you keep.
Nature's servant awaits.
What are you doing here,
Glad to have you with us. And not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech, something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead.
There's no bard option. Give me my buffs back.
We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Baldur's grace be with you.
Gold charm person, antidote, blade of oppressed souls. What is that? Is that a katana? Steel forged swords, gold blindness, charisma, antidote. Nothing really too useful there. Jahir, can I use your buff, please?
Don't look at me.
Use aid, Jahira. Please. You're in my party. Who can I talk to? Can I buy stuff from you, Philip?
Bodies, bloods, this is the dream. Knew I was smart to sneaks in. The skelly boys stay if I sold your stuff. So hurry up, buy.
That's exactly what we need. We'll take both of those. We'll take one more of those. Why not? You know, why not? We'll take one of those. We'll take some of those. I don't think I need any more of those. Bam! Now we got 3 of those, though.
Real man.
That's gonna be awesome. Let's have everybody else take their potions. Or what buffs do I have anyway? We got +1 ability scores, additional 2 meters of movement too. Yo, Lae'zel has additional. Oh, that reminds me actually. Let me do this really quickly. Should I have Gale summon his thing? No, we'll hold on to his level 6. Actually, if we do the long rest thing. Yeah, that owlbear was loud. Did you hear that? That's kind of terrifying. Yeah, we'll summon. We'll go lightning. Where is he? Or do we go ice? Why does everyone have +30? We all have freedom of movement. +2 to all our attacks, +1 ability distance. So where am I?
Can't give up now.
Wish you guys would stop moving. Actually, is there 6 of us?
I am listening.
Is that blood?
At least I'll drink her potion.
got my attention.
What is Gale gonna drink? I could make it so Gale like always goes first. No, you know what I'll have him drink actually? Where is it? Gale, just be universally resistant to everything, please. Nice, hell, you got yours.
If it is for the best.
Minty, what are you gonna drink? Oh, you're gonna drink the vigilance. That only lasts 10 turns? I thought that was like a resistance to all types of... That was a waste of a potion. I should have read. Yep, 10 turns. But look. Look, until all the other resistances, until long rest. Psychic resistance, poison resistance. I guess you could do the peerless focus. Do you have Warcaster? I don't see Warcaster. Okay. Drink this one with Gale. Oh shit, we need to... This is why the game cheats, right? It got rid of my ability there, and now I need to short rest to get it back. Do we hold off on it? We'll have 2 short left. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll short rest now. We'll just get it. Yay! Guess we don't need it. We'll short rest now. We'll just get it back. Just to have it. But
still breathing. Despite
I'm gonna
everything.
bio. Then we're gonna push forward.
Dragons! Overhead! Stay low!
Fall back! Fall back!
Matthew! Leave him be! We have to keep running! Mind flayer. It's over.
There's a glimmer.
fit through here. Wonder if there's another way in.
One would believe.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. At the ready.
The lance board is set.
On your command. By my oath. I am fury. I am death. Eager for battle.
At least things have stayed interesting. Looking ahead, that's a friendly-looking shadow.
Seek and you shall find me.
Assume nothing. Quickly then.
Salutations.
Indolence breeds madness.
Do not distract me. Cunning.
Waiting with bated breath.
Quietly. I am Vale.
Maybe I just stay crouchy forever.
Become absolute.
for now.
I won't give in.
That's the day you elected defeat! Unleash me.
That was close. No doubt there'll be others. I can't waste any more time. Have to keep going. Free for the taking.
Still in shadow.
Breathe deep and move. Let's see what you're hiding. Let's get this over with. That way. looks like part of the Netherbrain, but we'll need to be higher up to climb it. Never wanted the easy path.
To the brain, now!
Such an undignified position to find oneself in. No one stopped me yet. Haste. Knees are starting to ache.
My patience wanes.
No one back home will ever believe this.
They have not tasted of the Absolute's gifts. They do not know what glory waits. They will learn how far they have to fall by falling. By then, it will be too late.
Have to keep going. What path lies before me?
You are persistent. You have
The magic touch. My pleasure.
Action, not reaction. Fresh orders?
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
Hmm?
Still alive. So that's progress.
at your command.
Thought occurs to you as you gaze at the monstrosity above. Gale's orb remains an option, one that could put an end to the Absolute once and for all.
You're plotting something, aren't you? Come on then, out with it. I'd rather know before we take on that cerebral monstrosity. Viable a plan as any while staring into the maw of perdition. Shall we?
The crown of curses, the site of power, the site of domination.
We need to use the netherstones on the crown. That is our fated path. That face. The one in my dreams.
I know you. I know everything about you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your weaknesses. And so do they.
The crown, up ahead. Time to cast the spell again. And break its will.
My victims await. Execute.
Bring your righteous fury to bear. Steel yourself.
Where do I go from here? These boots have seen everything. Ha!
once more. War summons you once again. Show me how you answer.
Swift and lethal. Victory awaits. Best interest. Et alibi! My path be true.
Still on my feet.
Fresh orders? At once.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Secure.
With haste. Tale for the ages.
Execute.
see off the enemies.
Swift and lethal.
Survival is all that matters.
I thirst for combat. Right away.
Knight to King 5. another step forward.
Time to strike. Taste my fury. Make way.
Can't even catch my breath.
Your command. Execute. Understood.
is it. Keep the enemy away until the brain is completely subdued.
Yes.
Time to strike. Taking position.
Let me strike.
The brain is weakened. This is our chance.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together. Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
defenses. Now we can destroy its true self. This is our chance. Farewell to the Netherbrain. This is it. Its will is weakening.
It's time! Destroy the Netherbrain and end the Grand Design!
Nothing important is ever easy.
Victory awaits.
this is worth the cost. Well, so much for peace.
Impossible. Pain! Fear! Terror! Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender!
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
The loss of a mind is a terrible thing, but this time, I think I'll make an exception.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
It's over. It's truly over.
The parasite. It's withered. Dead along with the Netherbrain. I am cleansed. I will never be a filthy geich. Only mild offense intended, of course. You did the unthinkable, and I'm grateful for it.
Even when my time in the prison stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
Mother Gith battled for liberty, but it was only here, with you, that I learned what it meant to be free. Yes, I will stay. My destiny is for neither Vlaakith nor Orpheus to decree. It is mine.
Then my destiny is undone. Until someone can take up my cause, the Githyanki will remain chained. I found freedom, and then lost myself to this horror for nothing. All that remains is to die. Githka Tavkim crashed.
As noble in death as he was in life, his sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Now there's a sight to see. Not that I'll miss them.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. And once I have, I'll return it to Mystra. She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free. And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, is that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Misra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Who wins the bet? Wizards are not entirely boring. Well, my friend, what do you say?
Very well. Perhaps after a drink or five, I'll be tempted to inflict some of my singing on you all. As if the city has not suffered enough.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
I doubt we'll ever see that face basking in the sun again.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do? So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, sun. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlak.
Fine. I'll go. Well, with you. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
abandoned my prince for you, and for a path of our making, away from the astral. And yet I breathe all the more free. Little is lost, so much is gained. Last night will be forever branded into my memory. But now, I must think of future days. I am forever marked by Vlaakith. The Undying Queen's knights will chase me across Faerun till I draw my final breath. Our lives will be colored by blood red and death black. Are you ready for the battles to come? Yes. A bond so tight, Vlaakith would unleash the Astral Sea's fury if she ever tried to break it. When the Red Dragons come, we will shake the skies with their screams. The ground will be soaked and spoiled wherever the Kithraki fall. We will not be their prey. They will be ours. Hells. Talk of battle set my heart beating all over again. Back to bed. I have more tricks to show you.
Well, soldier. Here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods. Like clockwork. They'll be on us soon. But there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tie you. You asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
For 6 months, Lae'zel has been learning the ways of Faerun by your side as you traveled together far and wide. A letter, written in a frail hand, interrupted your adventures. An invitation to a gathering of former allies, those who stood with you against the Netherbrain 6 months ago. The location is familiar, and though the road is hard and long, you would not miss this for the world.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Breathe deep.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it? A familiar invitation. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement. He whines. Let's talk.
Cool, fresh air. By the living gods, I needed it.
What's up for discussion?
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Scratch yaps a request you know well. Fetch. He snaps the air and wiggles. He is, however, exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you. The joy in the owlbear's eyes is clear.
There you are. Starting to wonder if you'd show up. Hilarious. You could find work as a jester if you stumble upon a noble with more gold than taste. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Truly. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long. And oh so modest. Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poisoned blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans. None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say. But she is still my oldest friend. I have hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shah entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes, I'll be ready. I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to? Is that so? And what liberties did you decide to take, exactly? The owlbear! Of course I'll have him. If he wants to come with me, that is. I'd have offered sooner, but everything was a blur after the battle. I thought he'd gone to roam free. Are you sure he'd want to join? I'm not exactly settled anywhere right now. It could be dangerous at times. All right then. It's settled. Oh, the things we'll get up to. Don't be a stranger. I've missed wine. Had to resort to making my own cider recent. You might be onto something there, though the name might need work. Somehow it sounds. Don't be a stranger.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh. What else? Helping. Whether I ask for it or no. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. The beloved ranger? Oh, beloved wherever he goes. Winning all sorts over to our rebuilding efforts. Minsk has the guild and 9 fingers on board. Deep down, it seems even the wicked can be moved to care for the city that made them. Of course, many of the wealthy fled the city when danger struck. Ha! Perhaps the thieves only want to lure them back. But for now, their hands are busy laying bricks. While I hover around. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed. Just a little wander, perhaps, to stretch the legs. I'll find my way back, as I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave. And look back. For a little while, at least. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you. Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in. I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the flaming fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment, or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Feeling. Comfort. Warmth. I don't understand it. But
Cool,
I
fresh air.
you made
By the living gods, eh?
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders. Ah, so it's the healthy glow you get from being a good person. That explains my pallor. But I'm glad to see the world has treated you well. You've earned it. We both have, in fact. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it. Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all. Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse. That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
Hells yes! You're here! Oh, shit. Oh, my God! He wasn't kidding. Witness, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier! It's really you! I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you! And you're so... clean! War's a dirty business, soldier. It's been, exactly how you'd think. But having Will around has been incredible. Fucker's even better at killing devils than yours truly. We don't have much time to chat, but just knowing he's there makes all the difference. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier. Couldn't have said it better myself. Keep a bottle of something good in the icebox for me, huh? Mama Kay's coming home before too long. Can I look you up when I'm out? Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High-stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here, together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
I expect that.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Me. It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not.
Ah, breathe deep, Boo! The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. Ah, to meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, hmm? It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achesome. That it has. Minsk once idled away a century in stone, but he and Boo have been busy in these months since we parted. 9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. and so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site, even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Though, of course, it is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. Without tadpoles, Boo. Forgive my hamster squirrelishness. He has developed something of a taste for tadpole, and is displeased with the diet I have been forced to place him on. Now, halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends, so you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith and true friend to Boo, though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where. Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. Shadowheart, two gods tugged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch... somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself. Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball and Bane. Once the guild is made of good names once more, Bull shall scratch the Hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief, for the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
You made it! Now the revelry can truly begin.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. You have no idea. You've no idea who I am. Withers couldn't even find a bard that knows who I am. Milil. Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to.
You feel a pang of divine guilt. Musical prayers went out of fashion among bards when Melil, Lord of Song, offended the god Cyric and was ejected from the pantheon.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid. You know?
You're bloody right. It is an honor. Deep down, I knew you'd recognize me. You're a fellow bard, after all. What can I do you for? Fantastic.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more. Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. Well, I am not normally given to imbibing, but this is a special occasion. And I believe our dear Withers procured a fine honey mead as part of the celebratory victuals. Even the most ascetic of nature's servants would be tempted by such an elixir. But that can wait. Your company is what truly drew me. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together. It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize the balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. Quite often. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in... To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. As did I. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself. Even at a on occasion. Even Korga may yet find true balance. Thanks to her, I spend half my days in Ursine for... As for roaming, that impulse is ducks are my favorite, but... Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just a token to remember me by. Now, I must be careful to not overindulge tonight, lest I lose control and slip into bear form.
So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Ah, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain? True. But what better revenge could there be than enslaving the abomination that was the author of my torment? I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten and rich with possibilities. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed. I expect there have been other reunions to which I was... This night shall be done sooner than any of us would like. I hope we meet again. I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Oh, means not yet left the table, so this is still the first.
I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine. I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
It smells so good here!
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Oh, I could eat a beholder! What's cooking?
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Oh, I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine. A gathering of heroes. A fine target for our enemies. Oh, I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine. Oh, I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine. This night shall be done soon. I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
To think there was a time when I scoffed at it. Jacques von Fendu. I thought watching you slay Vlakith's hunters in the cliffs of Sword's Teeth might be the month's pinnacle. But I was wrong. Being right here, with you, is an infinitely greater pleasure. Alas, I can only rest so long. I've got wind of a Githyanki outpost hidden deep in Chult, the last of Vlakith's Sword Coast strongholds. I mean to slay every last Sarth and Kithrak, and I mean for you to join me. You always did have a great fire in your belly. I'm glad to be the one to keep it kindled. Now go, mingle while you can. That's the word, right? Mingle? I won't be far. Not tonight. Not ever. Of course. I have complete trust in our newest allies. Zahn is in fine hands tonight. What a wonder he is. He will be a fine warrior, if he chooses. Or a poet, or an explorer, or a scholar. I was afforded a destiny of my own choosing. When he comes of age, it is only right I give Zahn the same. Love. Until I knew you, I thought the mere idea a joke. A weakness indulged only by lesser species. You proved me a fool. I am forever grateful. A taste I will never grow tired of.
I fear I am accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
I'll give it a shot.
Clifford has a keen eye for a nice drinking. Why were we scrounging in barrels and kegs exercise when he could source
lava
food?
wine.
God, I remember one evening when we had to eat 14 apples, some fish heads, and a stale loaf of bread just to get by.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not. Accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Happy? Gonna get pets? Gonna play? Gonna live with nice lady? Yes. Miss this. More!
Oh, boy! Is it lovely to sniff you again? I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. You always know just how to do it. Do you even have to ask?
Always room for more.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you, and I certainly have. And you know best. But a little fetch.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself.
But for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you. There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
World of Warcraft's so toxic.
But something tells me they don't know how to properly relegate a toxic fan base.
They're trying. They're trying their
Marka.
best. That's the best answer I can give you. They have 200 years of game building experience combined. They know what they're doing. Okay.
I just feel like they should just be heavier handed.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole meme. They do things weirdly. Like, I think it was when Viego came out, one of the developers like a month or later had an interview, and they said, we know how to balance the game. We have 200 years of collective experience with game design. And then someone just cuts it to a montage of Viego 1v5ing the enemy team nonstop. And they're just like, "Yep, great, the great game balance."
Yeah. Hey, Parks, are you hopping in?
What are you guys doing?
What do you think we're doing?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
The same. Fuck. Do I play another?
I'm
Yes,
trying. I
one
just
more.
beat honored mode. Now I was just trying to see what my dice look like.
Congrats.
Nice.
How many
Yeah,
times
man.
have you beat the now?
I have no idea. 5?
Wait, have you beaten Arnold
I think 5
before?
times. I love how you beat this game 5 times, but you don't remember shit about the game at times.
I'd like to forget the important details so it stays fresh.
No, you forget what items spawn where too.
Yeah, all the important stuff. You gotta keep it fresh.
Now he's gonna get sucked into Palworld because Yusuke wants to play it.
Excelness.
It seems super fun.
It does look
though.
interesting.
I say this knowing Carl doesn't. If you like the idea of Ark Survival Evolved, then you'll probably like it. It's just a simplified Pokemon version of it.
Is it simplified from Ark?
I want to say it is, just because I feel like the building, it doesn't have since it's pretty much early access. I mean, Ark was in early access too, but that was how many fucking years in early access?
Might as well have been the game.
Yeah, it might as well have been the game. I feel like it could get complicated, but it just doesn't have the building breadth I think Ark does.
I found Ark was. I just found it fucking boring.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch them all. I'm gonna catch every single one of them 20 times over.
Yeah, I saw that people have already modded the quote-unquote the pals into Pokemon now.
Really? I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
replace them with Pokemon models.
Honestly, I agree with people. This is what Pokemon should have done with one of their most recent games. Just maybe not exactly a survival game.
Yeah, maybe not survival game and maybe not nearly as brutal.
No, that's fine. I like the brutal.
No, I
it's a
mean
child's
like
game.
doing war crimes.
Nintendo would never do that.
Okay, yeah, we're not turning people into slaves here. I would agree
Yeah.
that would not be in the Pokemon game.
Yeah, like this, but minus the war crimes and the survival.
Yeah, like turning Pokemon into meat makes sense. That actually was in the anime, so it's the real life thing. They are animals just like the rest.
What do you think the best Pokemon to eat would be? A Taurus?
That'd make so
Magikarp.
many children fucking vegetarians. Imagine.
Would
Just like-
Magikarp be good? Because aren't there's some like inedible fish, like the sunfish or whatever, right?
Yeah, I can't imagine a Magikarp would be good.
Inedible fish, they're carps.
You raise your glass and shout.
Carp is
Well, do we
very much an edible
do-
fish.
Do we? Okay, so that's us assuming that it's a one-to-one. It just because has carp in the name.
Excuse you, sir. Ash salivated over a Magikarp.
Did he?
Yeah.
Because I thought the whole
no.
thing, like when what's his name, James first got his Magikarp, they were talking about like how useless it was and like they couldn't even eat it.
Well, that's because his family was fucking rich and assholes.
That's also because it's his Pokemon. And why would he eat his own Pokemon? That'd be fucking weird.
Well, no, when they first got it on the fucking boat.
I'm coming.